We looked previously a little bit on the reflection when we was using to create metal. And overall, right here, we have it global reflectivity. It will affect how many light rays or other rays will reflect from the surface of the object. And we can go all the way 100%, which is will create a mirror type effect. It is not necessarily will create metallic. If you want to create metallic, you need to go inside the effect and right here color reflected light. So in this case, we also pass any colors that have it that reflecting. But overall and currently, because we have it white, you wouldn't see that big difference. So as we modify reflection, you notice right here some properties is changed. So because we modified them, we also have it sensitivity to the angle, so we can create on an angle reflection, which is allowed us create feel like almost pearl type look with this. Okay, we also minimal reflection in the viewing angle, so we can apply all of these properties, and blur we don't need it, to create a somewhat pearly kind of type reflection based on an edge. Of course, these properties like global reflectivity and blur we can drive with the function they assign. And function, again, not just assigned to one object. We can link those to the other object, like position of the sun. And for example, when sun going down, we can increase top of the reflectivity or decreasing. So we can actually manipulate materials based on their position or position all other attributes, other objects in our scenery. So next, we also have it variable reflectivity. And these options, you may use it if you want to create some rusted metal or other effects. So you maybe want to create this somewhat reflective materials, you know, when rust taking in another places. So it's up to you how you decide to do this. Okay, so let me example. Okay, let's go right here. Just set rust on this one. Roughness, actually, maybe even darker. Okay, right there. Okay, and now when we go to reflectivity, you can see reflections going in other areas. So we'll go select. Let's reduce this one. And you can see now we have some reflections, like almost it's rusty. And of course, remember color. So it will go over. So now we start having this rust effect over metal. But overall, it's very fast. You can have it very fun to play with this. But this is reflectivity. As well, we have two filters that affect the reflectivity and the blur and function scale on the bottom. We also can use it reflection map. So if you have it already some image that maybe work for you to as a reflection map, you can preload it. Again, in some cases, when you import models from Poser or other ones, they may already will include color map, bump map, and reflection map as well. Okay, at this point, let's go disable this. We'll take reflection down, sensitivity, all of this. Let's go look on translusity. So translusity is used by subsurface scattering. When light come and it's scattering. It's not total transparency because the light will accept and scattering. It's more will look as the wax, candle wax or something, you know. So we'll go enable, and you can instantly see how this translusity start work. So we don't necessarily have it right here transparency on the edge like before, but now it's look like marble-ish, like lights going inside translucent. So we have it properties. We have it average depth, when you can increase shorter depth on this, or okay, let's re-render so we can preview this. Or for example, we have it a little bit more clear, so we'll increase depth, so it's going kind of almost like amber type look. We have it also balance between absorption or multiply. It's based on rays coming, and we also have it refraction index. So if we pop up a little bit, create not just pure air, so it will add some effect to the light bending when it's going in. Okay, we also have it overall quality effect, and you notice right here pop up plus 3.5. This is very sensitive because with translusity, if you have it lower quality, you will see quite a bit grainy effect. That's not necessarily as good. So this is translusity will require quite a bit quality boost up, and it's take some time to render. But of course, the result, it's very natural, very beautiful result on the end. But again, that will take way more time to render with options. Okay, we also have it absorptions, backward or forward. It depends how light will go penetrating and reflecting back. So it's based on this. We can apply what light is reflecting. So as example, let's go right here. We'll take it red. Okay. And you can see right here when we have it forward kind of going with light reflection. And just let's go set on a backward. So and you notice it is less reflecting, more penetrated, and we still have the same shadow. So it just depends on a balancing how much of this light absorption you want coming back or going through there. Okay, we have it multiple scattering is enabled currently, and the scatter color is kind of decaying color. If you want to apply, if we create an amber color, I probably want to apply a little bit more scattering towards amber color. But it's again, it's based on an object, or if you have a candle wax, you maybe want to set a little bit lighter. So it's based on this. And we also have it used infinity surface model. Again, it will apply if you don't need go depth, just covering maybe a surface water or marble, so you don't need to do this. And of course, we have the variable depth that we can apply based on an average depth if you have it some inconsistency or grain inside. So for example, let's go ahead, open this. We'll just take it predefined, and you can see right here we will have it kind of imperfect type of the surface, so it's kind of more milky. But overall, I'm going to disable this, and right here let's go make it shorter. We'll add to multiply, pop up a little bit on the refraction so we can have it kind of amber, maybe even look. So we'll go click this one. The only one problem is when you start work with materials, it will nice eye candy, so it will take a lot of time to play around and see how it will affect, and it can come up with quite a bit interesting, nice result. Okay, let's look on the last tab we have right here on with the normal materials. And again, this will be changed as we're going through different type of materials available to us, but this is majority main tabs, and some of them will be similar. So we'll look on effect tab. Effect tab allowed us to create it, modify lighting, and by default, okay, let me go disable this scattering so we can preview. We have a diffuse light and ambient light, which is allowed us increase or decrease. By default 60/40, this is standard and you want to stay. Sometimes you maybe want to increase if you want bring a little bit more light to the object, and you can see it's brighter, or decreasing. Luminosity will make this object emit light, so we can go a little bit higher. In a dark, you'll notice it will provide light. It does not provide as much as if we convert to the light object this, but it will provide some of luminosity, so on smaller scale. There also one other things you notice right here, as we're going, you can actually open and you can type numbers in, and if it's locked by 100, you can still go over. Like right here, I'm typing 500, and it was accepting. But beware, as soon when you click, it will reset to the 100, so you can still modify this. We have a contrast, and it's mostly will notice right here. Let's take luminosity down. We'll take a highlights. We'll make highlights coming a little bit, and let's go right here and switch this to the contrast. You'll notice right here how much we start having this shadow moving and contrast. This is a very good option if you want to make like a cartoonish look or a shaded look, so you can apply directly to materials. But overall, we have a higher contrast between bright and dark in this case. We did use it color reflection for the metallic, and it does not mostly want effect in normal, but it will affect if you're using reflection, what we did before. We also used color transmit lights if you enable this, but in case if you have it luminosity enabled, so it will see the effect. And we can enable backlight. The also overall effect you can modify for origin, materials, velocity, and global transformation. This will be changed if you have it mapped material and you want that randomized. So example, if you have it mapped picture, okay, let's go ahead, preloaded this one, and I want this look different on objects or other things. I can go inside the effect and enable turbulence, cycling, rotation, and that will rotate and change those as well. If I modify some, maybe 0.2, some origin, so this is will modify, and you can see like right here it's already applied turbulence to the materials, so it's some randomizing. It's work very well when you want to reduce some tiling. On the round it does not look good, but if we have it and put it on the terrain in a kind of effect. Okay, let me go up, we'll go look down. Okay, let's go to our ground so we can preview this. It's probably the best way to show. Okay, right here we'll go color, switch to mapped picture. So let's go select this one. Okay, we'll go to I don't want that high scale, but that will work. You see right here we have a tiling, it's showing on this image instantly. So if we go effect, and I can enable turbulence. Right here is a property for the turbulence, you say complexity. Notice right here it's start already kind of modified slightly, so we can have it higher turbulence with a noise, smooth noise, and combination blend, so we're kind of breaking those straight lines already. Okay, we can leave it as default, or we can modify scale, amplitude, and a combination. So next we can have it rotation. It will take this image and rotate. Okay, let's go also, you can see right here it's changing. We can go inside the rotation and specify I want to rotate on an X example. Okay, and it should just rotate right there, but because it's kind of square, hard to see, but it will apply. And also we can enable cycling. Okay, and you can see it's add even more right to this area. So overall it does help you to okay, right here let's go to edit turbulence, scale, harmonic, and you can see now from one image when it was, now it's look kind of with lines, and we blend it more. So you can distort those textures and kind of apply them to remove some of the repetition patterning from with the global transformation. As well, positioning for origin, materials, velocity. Also, if you have a glowing material, you can apply it, and mostly the glowing material will work if, for example, you have a sphere and I want this sphere just glow around. So we'll go inside the material editor. Okay, and we'll just go to effect. Let's enable glowing material. You can notice right here it will start glowing around slightly. Let's pop up intensity and a little bit. So you can see this has worked very well if you have a light bulb or some other effect, or maybe you want glowing. Glow behind the object, it's just object on the front, glow behind. If we disable the glow, okay, will be appear just right on top other object that we have it. So overall, again, if you have it luminosity enabled, you probably want just take and add also slightly glowing, so it will create a little bit better effect of a lighting kind of distributing going out of the object.